and welcome to Imagine This, Stories for Lent. In this podcast, we're learning about the life of Jesus by going through the book of Mark, one story at a time. Today, we're going to hear a story that Jesus told. I like a good story. I think you will too, so sit back, relax, kick off your shoes, and for the next couple of minutes, imagine this. Once again, Jesus was teaching by the water. And once again, a lot of people came to hear him. So many people that, once again, Jesus got into a boat and taught them from there, while the people remained on the shore. Jesus loved to tell stories. I love to tell stories. Some of the stories Jesus told were called parables. That's a story that teaches a lesson. Today, the story is about a farmer. Let's listen and hear what Jesus has to say.
Listen, a farmer went out to plant some seed. He wanted to grow some wheat. As he tossed the seeds, some of them fell into a path, and the birds came and ate them all up. Other seeds that he threw fell in some dirt that had rock just below the surface. The seeds quickly started to grow, but because there are rocks underneath, when the little roots tried to grow, they didn't have any room, so when the sun came out, the plants wilted and died. Other seeds fell in an area with a lot of thorny bushes. The seeds here started to grow into plants, but the thorn bushes were strong, and soon the plants died because the thorn bushes took up all the good dirt. Finally, some seed fell into good dirt. They sprouted and grew and produced a huge crop. The farmer threw hundreds of seeds, but this crop produced thousands. Anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand.
So that was an interesting story. I wonder what lesson it's supposed to teach. The disciples, they wondered the same thing. Later that day, when they were alone with Jesus, they asked him,
We know that was a parable, a story that teaches a lesson, but we aren't really sure what that lesson is.
The farmer is a person who goes out and tells people about God. Sometimes when they tell people, it will be like a seed that lands on a path. They hear it and quickly forget it. It's gone like when birds grab the seed. Sometimes when they tell someone about God, the people listen and start to believe. But as soon as something bad happens or life gets hard, they forget it, because they get too focused on what is going on around them and not on God. Just like the seeds in the dirt with the rocks underneath, their faith wilts and dies. The seed that land in the thorny soil are like people who hear about God, and then they start spending their time thinking about things that worry them, or about wanting more money or having bigger and better things, and those thoughts take up all the space in their mind and they don't make room for God. But sometimes, when we tell people about God, it is the seed that falls on good soil. They listen and accept, and their faith grows and turns into something extraordinary.
Oh, now I get it. Jesus is talking about telling other people about God and how some people will listen and believe and some people won't. It sounds like our job is to tell people about God and then don't worry about it if they listen and believe or not. Some will and some won't. Cool. This is a good story to remember if you ever tell someone about God or Jesus or about what you believe. We don't have to get too worried about if they listen or accept it. We just keep throwing it out there. Eventually, some of it will land on good soil, and that person will accept and believe. I hope you liked today's story, or parable, and that you come back tomorrow as we learn even more about the life of Jesus on Imagine This, Stories for Lent. Bye!